pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we will be deviating from the printed agenda this evening. First item I'd like to address is the petition that was presented to the board. Went to legal review. I have 10 copies. If anybody would like to see the correspondence with the town's attorney in regards to the petition, I will read the last email in regards to the petition. Elizabeth, as I think I mentioned in our prior communication, Maine law is clear that the power to petition is strong and that municipal officers must put a petitioned article forward unless it proposes something unlawful or if it would be unreasonable, such as when a petition seeks action that would be legally void or ultra vires, which means it asks the select board to take action for which it does not have legal authority. In our opinion, given the timing at issue here, the petitioned article seeks action from the select board that is not authorized to take under law. You advise that the 25-26 fiscal year budget has already been approved by town meeting and that taxes have already been committed based on that approved budget. Accordingly, the board cannot undertake what the petitioned article seeks because it is simply too late in the process to do so. The petitioners can certainly advocate for this budgeting approach during the preparation of and or voting on next year's annual budget. However, for the reasons stated above, it is too late for this fiscal year. Accordingly, in our view, the board should decline to put this petition forward to a town meeting vote. Best, Leah. So if anybody is interested, there are 10 copies of the entire correspondence to do with the petition here at the table. Please feel free to take a copy. Second thing I'd like to cover. In last week's meeting, Tuesday, there seems to be quite a to-do with the transfer station. Now what happened at last week's meeting was the question was asked on whether or not the returnables were being utilized by the town. The answer was no. They were given to the transfer station attendants as tips, whatever. What was brought to the head table in regards to that is right here. I wrote this note in the upper right-hand corner and handed it to Miss Patty Tuesday evening, please asking to get it to the town's attorney. This is what it states. In Maine, it is illegal for dump or transfer station workers to keep cans or other redeemable containers for their own personal gain. The money from these recycled materials belongs to either the municipality or the state. That's what was provided to the select board when that taxpayer approached the table. Top right-hand corner, I wrote in the selectman's name, please get this question to Leah with examples of what is done now and see what she says, Rick. There it is, folks. Okay? I have 4 copies of what came from legal counsel in regards to the transfer station and the returnables. If anybody would like a copy of this, it is at the table. Okay? It's 2 separate emails. It's the entirety of the changes, just like with the petition. So, this brings me to this, which is pretty unfortunate, to say the least. When it was brought to us in this manner, that there was an illegal action happening, we did get town council to respond to us, and we acted appropriately. We weren't out trying to make rash decisions. We weren't out to, I can't even think of the word, retaliate. That's been thrown out there quite often. That we were doing something to retaliate. Absolutely not, folks. This right here says that it was an illegal act. So we corrected that. We corrected. Do not shush me, sir.
You do that.
Can everybody hear me? Can everybody in the back hear me?
So that sure wasn't me. I didn't say shh. I'm good.
No, sir.
All right. No, I know. Everybody looked at me when you said it, though.
Not me.
I know. No, you did.
So, what transpired over the weekend, Saturday, I went down and I spoke to, face-to-face with the 3 transfer station attendants, the on-site manager, the seasonal, and the regular, okay? And I told them exactly what the town's attorney stated we needed to do on a legal front. Accepting the returnables is illegal. It ceases immediately. That was it, folks. That was it. Saturday, I had a taxpayer come to my home. I was unavailable. I had an Oxford County wreck in Denmark after I brought my kids and grandkids to get an ice cream. And then Sunday, citizen again showed up. We had a very cordial discussion, and I feel it went well. Questions were asked and answered. I also printed off that email trail, both emails from town council, and handed it to the citizen. Thought it was good to go. Answered the questions, thought we were good. Yesterday, I was approached during business hours at my business. And that conversation went south. So I want to make sure that everybody understands. It is not permissible under any circumstances whatsoever for any taxpayer to go to a selectman's business or home and light them up. Period. I told the citizens to get off my property. It is not appropriate, folks. I don't know what world you're living in, but I have never, not one time, I'm going on year 11 on this board, have I ever knocked on anybody's door and commenced to tearing them up in any manner. So I'll be damned if any of you think that it is appropriate to do that to me. It is not. I don't appreciate it. If you want to have a conversation, I'm sure there are plenty of people in this town. They have come down and seen me at my business during business hours, and we've had very good conversations. We've had very good conversations. I have no problems having conversations with people. But I'll be damned if you're going to stand there in my business and yell at me like I'm a second-rate citizen.
I'm sorry.
So think twice. Yes, sir?
I think sometimes people forget that y'all are residents too. It's not just that, like whatever this unfortunate sort of thing is, and I have to admit I still don't quite understand it. I don't understand that law at all. However, throughout all of this, y'all are residents. Residents, citizens, whatever, Brownfield. I mean, you are our select board, but it's not like you're speaking as some voice on high from Augusta or Washington or any place else. And I think it is important for all parties to bear that in mind. That's all.
Very well. If anyone wants a copy, this is available as well.
I know you as the guy who came and got me by the side of the road.
Ma'am?
It's concerning to me that we don't yet know, after 11 years of serving on the board, or even 1 year of serving on the board, that it's unethical for town officials to accept gifts. That is a standard protocol across the board. You do not accept gifts because then there's bribery concerns and blah-de-da-de-da-de-da-de-da. So, do we have an ethics policy?
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that, because we just got a draft ethics policy from the town's attorney in the email yesterday from Leah Rachel. So we're going to go over it with the town's attorney. So yes.
Okay, great.
But
Making
there are
progress.
cases where officials can accept gifts. You're absolutely.
Well, I can remember when it was Bill, Eric, and I on the board, and the whole water extraction thing was coming out. And, oh yeah, we were being bribed by Poland Springs because they were invited here, to speak at at the community center for an informational meeting. It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
It's today.
Yeah. That it is. Yes, sir.
For the record, I just think it's sad that we come to this. I mean, when I went to the dump, they were my cans, my bottles. If I wanted to give them to somebody, I never thought it was against the law or it could cause this many problems for anyone. They always treated me well, and I didn't mind giving them my nickels. That's what it boiled down to. And it's sad that it's come to that.
I just want to say something about that too. One problem is, and I'm not trying to, look the other way with the law or anything like that, but anytime you bring a complaint to us, we have to act on it.
Right.
So the minute somebody complains, you gotta do something. It's just, I've seen it quite a bit in the last 2 or 3 years. What's happened, it's cost us kind of a lot of money just because someone complained about something. Technically they're right, but still, use a little common sense. We'd be a whole lot better off.
I served 9 years on the Board of Selectmen, and I am confessing to all in the room tonight that on at least several occasions, I accepted a tray of chocolate chip cookies. And I will continue to do so if you don't like it, stick it.
Amen, Bill.
So
Man,
what do we do with the cans?
they go into recycling. They go into hopper.
So, Mauricio, well, some people would really like me bake me a cake, I can't accept it.
Well, if you review the personnel policy, food is able to be accepted as a gift. 100%.
Okay, because I have people bake me cookies and cakes, just like Bill. Appreciate it.
Hey, we all like cookies.
And I like food, so
We all like cookies. I'm pretty portly, so I'm a fat kid. I like the food aspect.
I just thought I'd ask.
Yes.
So, if the employee vehicles are parked onto the side, and we show up as residents, and we know the gentleman from outside of the dump, are we able to walk up and take our cans and our redeemables and put it in the back of their truck, and them not get in trouble for it?
No.
Probably not.
No, because you are still tipping them at the transfer station on town property.
Well, they're
So
all
the answer,
property time.
correct. So the answer would be no. Now, there were other things that were put out there. Why don't we get a bin and have it, take, got no problem getting a bin, folks. Who's responsible for it? Who's gonna separate it? Who's gonna package it? And who's gonna take it to a redemption center? And who's gonna be responsible for the money?
We hired
Okay.
an employee.
So, there you go. If that's the case, then we have to hire somebody. Because don't forget, there's only gonna be 2 people there during the winter months. We only have 3 people at the transfer station for season, and it ends October 1st. So, we don't have 3 people consistently at the transfer station. So we can't just add another thing for them to do, 2 people minimum for safety standards. So, it's gonna cost money, it's gonna have a cost associated with it, nothing's free. So, and we're not a redemption center. So, yes, sir, in the back.
Me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, so what if we just stuck one of the small dumpsters that the town garage has, that the town has, sat it there for a Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday, and see how much redeemables come in, and just dump it back in the hopper once we know what's worth in that 3 days. Just to see, maybe it's worth saving them, I don't know.
Pay them
But
to do
but we
it.
have
No, make everybody go, dump your cans, say you were gonna give to the guys, dump them in this thing. Whether
Okay.
they dump them there is up to them.
So my question to you would be,
I don't answer
If you-
questions.
well, my question would be to anybody. If you don't want to answer, fine.
Somebody might.
else will. If you want us to base a weekly drop on 1 week not at the transfer station, and not everybody's gonna know to do that. And then base that on whether we would need another, employee, or it would make sense to essentially get into the, redemption part of that for revenue of the town. I don't think it'd give us a very good base to
I'm not saying we have to do anything, I'm saying do it for 3 days, dump it in the hopper after we're done, and just get a baseline, a rough idea, to see, is it worth even looking at this? How much are they getting every 3 days? That's all I'm saying, so that you can answer this question once for all. It was $200 worth of crap in there, half of it was aluminum, wasn't worth a nickel, and throw it away. That way, once and for all, there'll be no more discussion about cans anymore. Just throw it in the hopper and let's see, or wherever you guys bring it, let them roll through it and take the nickels out. Because that's what we're doing, right?
It goes to Eco Maine.
But they go through it all and separate it.
That I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know the process of Eco
Yeah,
Maine.
but they're pulling them out anyways, any aluminum.
Yeah.
Well, that could actually be reflected in the tipping fees, right?
What would?
Well, I mean, what he was suggesting, kind of, is that if we notice a big change in the tipping fee rate or whatever, just the weekly tonnage, right? That would actually be a better indicator of what I think he's trying to get at.
Well, I don't think it'll be that much money anyways, I think it's probably a couple $100 worth of crap. And half of it's probably just straight aluminum and not even nickel cans.
See how much one complaint can stir up.
Yes.
So, they're already doing it. What's having them, they work already doing it. And why not have them do it for the town for 1 week, like the gentleman said? So we can figure out how much money they're taking in, so that if we can get it back to them and add that additional employee, or add a few dollars to their raise for what they're already doing.
I will not instruct the town employees to accept any of that for a trial run. Because all it's gonna take is, they probably took half of them. That's all it's gonna take.
Right.
Just saying.
Right, somebody doesn't trust them? I trust them.
It's not that at all. Everybody already wants it.
You had the complaint.
The decisions would need to be made for the town as a whole, not with individuals in mind. Those individuals could leave that job at any time. So you don't connect policies and procedures to the individuals that currently work for the town. Because that can change. This is about a bigger issue, liability issue. There's already a plan being looked at for keeping it off town property, collecting returnables, and then potentially giving that money back to the taxpayer of Brownfield who might need help, and maybe that'll help them pay their tax bills. So I would say wait to help.
Dan?
Well, I can tell you when my dump trailer full is roughly around $175, $200. That's my dump trailer full. That's why I know what we got 2 months ago. So,
So that
Yeah.
that's
that's 5 cents. Anything 5 cents or 15 cents.
I know it's nothing.
So, that's what my dump trailer will haul. The other question I asked is, if they still keep on collecting the cans and then split it, where they're doing the work on it, split it with the town, is that something feasible?
Absolutely not. All right.
It's against the law, they're going in the trash.
Yep. So,
But I mean, if it was, I'm sorry, just one quick question. If it did become a municipal collection, right, that they were part of, and then you could just, whatever, there could be some sort of arrangement. So, because like right now, it sounded like the part of that law was that the revenue is to go to the town or whatever. Well, right now, the revenue is going to the,
Maine Eco.
right. I mean, it's going into that recycling, so nobody that is should be benefiting from it will be, as I understand it.
That's fair.
the state law.
agreed. All right, I'll make a motion to accept the September 16th minutes as written.
Second.
All in favor? Thank you. Did you sign?
I think so. I thought you signed it first.
No, I think you did.
Yeah, he has to sign. I need the one on the top.
We do not have an ADA update this week. Department heads. Treasurer, Ms. Boyle.
I have nothing this week.
ACL.
I had 2 barking dog complaints, a donkey in the road, a cat that belonged to another town that they brought to our town. Yeah, I found a dog that lived in another town, a dead fox. We've had complaints about owls, crickets, and roosters crowing. And we had a medical emergency where the cow was down from bloating and stabbed his rumen to release the gas after 5 minutes. And a citizen from this town decided to contact my 8 towns to see if they were willing to pay for mileage and offset maintenance, if you, for the vehicle. That they have signed a contract with this town. I wasted 4 hours putting fires out in my 8 towns. Because they contacted me, had no idea what was going on because it hadn't even been addressed yet for them. I don't even have the vehicle yet. So I spent 4 hours I could be doing something more important instead of putting fires out. And that kind of really pissed me off. I'm sorry, it really pissed me off. And I mean, because, well, Bristol PD, they have the police chief. He's my boss. So and they have a town administrator. So he got a hold of me, and then he had to go up to the office and explain to the town administrator what was going on. He's got something better to do with this time than deal with this. He's got more criminals out there than dealing with ACO and citizens trying to stir the pot in the town. Which is, unfortunately. And effective immediately, I have not posted anything on the Brownfield Matter page. You can see, oh, anywhere. You can see me, call me, message me on Facebook, my phone. You can call Upper County Dispatch. But I will not post to that page. I'm done with the drama of that page. Totally done with it. And there will not be an ACO Facebook page either. I use Harvest Hills and Maine Lost Dog Recovery. Consistent message across the board. I will use the town webpage if the dog's missing more than a couple of days. I get a whole patty to post it on the town Brownfield page. That's all I have to say about this.
All right. The ACO vehicle, that seemed to have turned into quite the debacle. So, it was thrown out there as a suggestion from more than one taxpayer. One laid it out very well last week. So, I'm going to make the motion that we sell the vehicle, the 96 Yukon, to the ACO for $1. Gentlemen, that is my motion on the table. Any discussion?
Should sell it for at least what we just put into
Sure,
it.
answer a lot of questions. You know what I mean?
We put one in.
No insurance, no mile, no fuel, no liability.
Nothing changes except the sound of the vehicle.
Good.
What's the value?
Just
What about the money just spent fixing it up, but he spent a week doing on it? We don't get any of that back either?
The motion on the table is to sell the vehicle for $1. That's the motion. Any further discussion? Oh,
Ain't supposed to be ringing.
hot day, huh?
Well,
spam.
Thought you'd get a hot date.
Anybody who knows him knows not to call him now.
No, I'm interested. I don't care anything
Okay. Any further discussion?
Nope.
You with it?
Yeah.
All in favor? Transaction is completed.
Alrighty. I'll
Fire
have
chief.
it for you tomorrow.
Okay.
Now, the town's not gonna do the maintenance, upkeep.
It's sold, we're done.
As is.
She will own the vehicle, it is her to do with it as she sees fit. Fire chief.
Did an appliance fire, 2 mutual aid for Denmark for a motor vehicle accident. Thank you for coming and getting it. I'm sorry we bothered you with your ice cream.
No, I'd already finished. It was really good though.
I know.
It was.
One mutual aid to Keys Falls for Woods Fire. We did a mutual aid to Bridgeton Fire for Woods Fire. Did 3 medical calls. Been working diligently on the Department of Labor paperwork and getting the building ready for the inspection, which I will be meeting with the Department of Labor for the shape program on Thursday. This
Two days?
Thursday.
Okay,
2
good.
days.
Good.
So I'll be with that.
We never dropped out of that, correct?
No, I don't.
We were good, because
Yeah.
if you pass again, it's good for another 2 or 3 years or something like that.
3 years, if I go again,
3
it
years.
could be 5, so right now, I think it's gonna be 3, if Steve Wood helped me last night, so we're trying. Working with the USDA on the building project, we'll have that update. Updating our emergent operations plan, because we got some new people that have come in, like Brian, and all, I got to change the select board out, and do some work there. Pump testing for the trucks will be Monday, September 29th, at 7 o'clock. And I attended a public safety meeting today at the Friday Fair, we're all part of that. And just to let you know, after 8 years, I'm taking 1 week of working vacation next week. I hope I don't stir anybody up.
Oh, good, you're gonna be Facebook there.
1 week here, week next week.
Hit the road.
Go.
I'll probably get, all kinds of stuff that's, we'll be working because I'm still available for calls, I'm still doing stuff at night. We'll be on call.
Say he needs to take vacation.
But the vacation.
I wouldn't have needed after all this. I could come to the Department of Labor. That's all I have, but yes, 8 years. Finally get to do something.
I got a question for you, Dickie.
How's that coming with the outside burning? Is it still open?
The campfires, you can, but with this rain, they may drop it to a moderate. If they do, they'll open up them again, but I may shut them off. I have control of that. I can shut the brush fires off. I can't stop campfires.
You can't.
No. No.
Some people, pretty good sized campfires.
I know.
There's one right now, Maple Street.
She's gonna get one going, so you can get out there dancing, huh?
That's what caused Bridgeton fire, was the guy had a fire in a pocket.
Yeah.
The hole in the bottom of it, almost took his house. It called a lot of towns to get in. They thought they had 2 fires, one on Sweden Road, one on Bridgeton Road. And it happened to be the same one, but they flew it, and it was just mulling along, the wind came up and it went,
Yeah.
and over half an acre. It goes,
In a bucket.
Yeah, now Tuesday we weren't here because we was on another one in Keys Falls, right at the line. Going upside of a hill. When they go quick.
Yeah, I wish there was some way they could shut it right off until we get some rain, but.
The only way they can shut it off is the governor's ban.
Oh, New Hampshire did that, right?
Yeah, they sure did. You can't light a match outside.
With the leaves turning and starting dropping off, you may see that. If we don't get some substantial rain.
I'd be surprised you don't do much.
Yes, I'm in contact with the Forest Service all the time, they keep me updated, and they haven't stopped it yet.
Dance for rain, Frank.
Yeah,
Dance for rain.
dance. Well, I could use some rain. My well's up dry.
You tried to-
Start dancing, Frank. Shake it.
Rain dance?
It'd be pretty scary, I can tell you.
I've seen you dance like that before.
We won't bring up the past.
Might have been a lot of years ago.
Yeah.
Busting a move, buddy. Catching a run. Health officer, Mr. Flynn.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yeah, just with this crowd, it's necessary.
Yes.
Yes.
Last week, Safety Committee met. A number of issues were discussed. The one that I would like to mention, a reminder to the board, is that we are anticipating a word from DEP. I would expect sometime before the end of October that we're going to have a full-fledged inspection up at the transfer station. Last I heard was that we're going to contact the Public Works Director and give him a date when that was going to happen. And I would like to mention the SHAPE program that the fire chief talks about. That is quite a feather in our collective cap here in Brownfield to have that designation. It's not easy for those guys in the fire department to keep that designation. That's quite an inspection. So my hat's off to the fire chief and his people that are going to renew it again. It's quite a good thing to have. Thank you.
Thank you. Mike here. Public Works Director.
Yes. We had a concern of the material that we're putting on our dirt roads for dust control. I give that SDS sheet to Patty to give to that person, and I have one here that I'll put out in the lobby if anybody's got any concerns to see what it is. The hazards, what have you. That's the SD sheet. I got a culvert up on Dugway, up by Upper Ways that we gotta get replaced, or extension, and put some riprap or something in. Got some new tires on the backhoe today, and just working on fire equipment. Keeping on, keeping on.
How's the playground? As far as Public Works.
We are gonna probably start bringing that down tomorrow. After I get a gravel base down.
Yeah.
And then, I guess work on it as we can. Get it together.
Yeah, perfect.
I need to get those extensions for the ports on you right now.
Yeah.
We still got them.
I think they're up by the Conex box.
There's a ports on the back or about that much too short.
Yeah. That's good one.
That's not good.
No. I hate it, I have to tell you.
Hit me up in the morning. I think they're up by the Conex box. By the brown one out back. Thing. Yep. You need a trailer?
Yeah.
You got mine. Perfect. Rec Director?
Yes. Soccer is still in full swing. We've got games that we're still scheduling out for the two older teams, and we just started scheduling games for the first and second grade teams. They play through the end of October, and the Valley Cup is October 25th. Working on upcoming events. We'll have a community pumpkin carving event on October 26th from 4:30 to 5:30. We'll have prizes for the kids. As usual, looking for candy donations, pumpkin donations. For more information on that, you can reach out to me or come by the Friends of Rec meeting, which is tomorrow night at 6:30. Other stuff that we're looking at is the fall ball. We have a tentative date of 11/8 for that. That is not a confirmed date. And then the shop teardrop event will be 12/13. I'm looking to get forms out for that by the end of the week. Next paint class is October 6th, 1 to 3 p.m. And we have our community coffee every Thursday at 9:30, community Boy Scouts meeting on Monday nights from 6:30 to 7:30.
Nice.
Boy Scouts.
Nice. 10:30 tonight.
That's awesome.
Daisies or brownies are at 4 o'clock on Wednesday, so
What time's the Boy Scouts one?
6:30 to 7:30.
Mondays.
Yeah.
Nice.
Miss Alice?
May I ask who's in charge, who's the leader of the troop?
I don't know.
The Boy Scouts, Amy Jo Friend.
Miss Alice, could I ask the Friends of Rec, when they schedule meetings, could you get that to Miss Patty so it can get put on the calendar as well?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Is that it?
That's it.
Thank you. School board, Terry Egan? No? Committees, budget committee.
I really have nothing to report. We're still working on what we're gonna do with the referendum coming up. So, we're just continuing on with department's budgets and see what happens. What we can do.
Communication committee?
Yes, our next meeting is scheduled for October 9th at 4 p.m. here at town offices. So I would like to put a table out at the outside the building here at the next election day to see if we can encourage people to subscribe to the website, the town website, so we can talk to people as they come in or leave. And if that doesn't work, we can have them get their information as they come and go and help them subscribe to the website if they're having difficulty. And it's just another way to talk to people as they come through. And I've spoken to Lakes Environmental Association in Bridgeton about the aquatic invasive species signs. They gave me the contact information for the person with the state, so we just need to decide what bodies of water we want to put those on so we can request the amount of signs we need. And I also spoke with them about if they have a volunteer boat inspection program that the town could institute if we wanted to. They would help with training volunteers and helping us set up the program if the town is interested. We would have to do the rest of the work, get volunteers and man the sites if we wanted to do that. That's just something that we're looking at.
Sweet, thank you. Public safety building.
There hasn't been a whole lot of change. We're still in negotiations with Jewett. We have a conference call tomorrow morning with Jewett and Bill from USDA to go over that email from last update.
Yeah, the hybrid
so
thing.
that he can explain in person. I mean, it'll be on phone, but vocally rather than through emails, which is hard to understand what's going back and forth because you send email back and forth. So that's going to be a conference call tomorrow morning to try to nail down the exact requirements that he needs of us and Jewett, and formulate a pretty concrete plan.
Yeah, the USDA guy is the one that's gonna say that hybrid, the design build, or whether or not they can do the step. Okay.
Yes.
Bill is the architect with the USDA.
Would you?
He's the one that's gonna.
With USDA, okay.
Yeah, he's the USDA, he works with, the guy we talked to before was a financial guy. He doesn't know much about the building part of it, so when he explained to Bill what was going on, that's when he sent that email saying they don't belong, it's totally different, so the way it's working, it's a little different.
Right.
So we're hoping that talking to them, that we can explain it to them, like he said, the email, it's hard to get that, what you're looking for.
Right.
So we're hoping that in a conference call will help us move forward.
Perfect.
Can I ask Dicky a question? Is Jewett gonna be the GC? Is that what you're looking at? That's what they're looking at?
They don't like general contractors.
Yeah.
They want, no, they don't like construction managers, they design bid build is what they want.
Alright. So the bids will go out for it?
Yeah, but the way Jewett explained it to me, they're kind of a hybrid situation, which would be, on my book, because I'm not a builder, would be design bid build, the way they were explaining it to us.
Right, the way they laid it out in the meeting,
Yes.
they were gonna design it, here you go, guys, this is what we can give you.
Right, and they would
Make
assist
appropriate
us.
changes, and then break ground, do the whole nine
Right,
yards.
and they would assist us with, getting contractors and doing all that
Yeah.
stuff, which, to me, that is a design to build. But what Bill did, he looked on their website says design build, and they don't like that. That's two of the things they don't approve is design build and construction management. It's design bid build. So hopefully the conversation we have with Bill,
We'll start.
live through it, they can explain what they're doing, and it might help us along.
One more question, and that's why we have Doug Hero managing over the whole thing, to be the buffer between everybody on this once it starts getting built, right?
Yeah, you
Okay.
can help us
Yep.
go through what
No,
we gotta do. Because
perfect.
like I said, I'm not a builder.
No,
so
it's, Doug's well more
I
qualified to do
can
that.
put nail two boards and it would hold.
Yeah, to elaborate on that question, owner's representative, we've done the write-up for that. We're waiting for Doug to get back to us,
Yep.
so that we
No.
can get it solidified as the owner's.
More than
rep.
qualified to do that job,
Yeah.
more than qualified.
Yeah.
Are you gonna ask, could you ask that they give, funds to local people for the
They
bid?
will hire local people.
Okay.
They
They'll
do-
put big packages
They do,
out.
they like to use local if they can.
Okay.
That is part of, that's what we ask them.
Yeah.
Any contractor we
You're not
talk to,
saying that.
like, can we use local people, because we like to keep it local,
Okay,
and they do agree with that.
All right, thank you. Comp plan? Anything?
Not really. We have a meeting coming up in December, and I guess part of that is the CEBE, and we're working with CEBE out of Norway, as everybody knows. They signed up with the select board. They've been terrific to work with. They asked for two prices. We checked with them to see if they wanted a third, and they said they did. So we met with that person today. Walk them through, show them what we're, like where we want split systems. And I might as well bring it up now, because one of the concerns was, could we be able to get a rebate? And you can get a split system with heat pumps where it'll satisfy your cooling needs. It'll satisfy, a minimal amount of your heating needs. If you want a rebate, the fellow that was here today said it'll cost 3 to 4 times more to provide all the equipment to deal with the BTU load, both in heating and in air conditioning. And that's according to the requirements by the organization in the state that reviews the rebates. So we're just sorting through it now. Once we receive their pricing, we'll vet them out, make sure that they have everything we're looking for. But the priority is to make sure that this building is included as with heat pump systems, split units, and as much of the community center as possible, with the gym being the first priority. One of the things that came up, and all three bidders really have faced this, is that the capacity over there is 229 people standing, 178 sitting. When you take a look at the community center and what it's used for, maybe one night a year, you would get that number of people in there. So their suggestion is not to go with the full load requirement that you would need. But that's up to us to decide, and we present all the information. And if we can, we'll show the difference between what it would cost just in the gym. And one of the bidders got back to us. He had a proposal for 3 condensers over there. The other bidder had a proposal for 2 condensers. And when we told the one bidder, the other guy hasn't called us back, that there's a capacity of 229, he said you just doubled your load. He said in order to meet the requirements that you would need, you'd have to double that. And that's going to put us way over that $75,000 budget. So we'll have a decision to make. Hey, can we survive with something less, maybe except for that one night? So anyway, that's where we are now, moving along with that. The application is in. We expect to hear from them By the end of the year, money will be available after the first year, and the goal is to have everything in place before next year's cooling season. So, that's where we are right now.
Perfect. That'll help with the hot flashes. Sweet. Playground committee.
Okay, people can see that the playground is being installed now. The playground is closed because it's a construction zone. Because when they're done doing that part, we got Public Works coming in with the other playground that we gotta get together. And then when they're done, we have the fence people coming in to put in the fence and stuff. So the playground will be closed until construction is totally done. Because once that's done, then we gotta get the fiber put around the playground so when the kids are using it, they have the cushion in case somebody falls or whatever. So until, I can't give you a date when the playground's gonna be done. All I know is it's a construction zone and everybody is falling in place. Michelle called today to get an estimate on the fence. The guy was on another job. He's gonna get back with her tomorrow. And it looks like we should be able to get it either started this week or have it started next week. And get the fence put in.
Perfect.
And that's the best I got for now, unless anybody's got any questions. Yep.
What are you putting down for fiber? Like what's?
Wood fiber.
Wood chip?
Yep, well, yeah, it's a wood fiber. It's really
White, it's more of a.
Yeah.
And is there a reason you're not putting it out to bid on the fence?
The wood fiber on
No,
the fence, the fence was put out to bid.
It was?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Alright. Health and safety's already been covered. Crickets have been covered. Town garden.
We had a second meeting, everybody kind of came to the table with their ideas, so we've got a big pot full of ideas. Nothing sorted out, we have the potential of some granite pieces for some benches. So it's all just kind of piecing together. We're delaying some of the meetings just because nothing's gonna take place till next spring anyway, so, yep, just kind of piecing it all together.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
What are you guys looking for granite? Cause I got a slew of it laying around that I definitely give to you guys for the thing, for the garden park or whatever.
Just to make a bench.
Just for a bench? Okay. I'll find a couple pieces for you guys, for ladies in the top.
Don't bring me up.
Huh?
I was gonna say, I'm gonna piece of nice polished.
No, nothing polished. Hands good. Nothing polished.
Bring your own pen.
Come on, this is just Brownfield, come on. Gotta look rustic.
Rustic, that's it.
Right?
Yeah. Alright, truck purchase. What you got?
Okay. I'm gonna use the podium so I can open stuff up here. At the last informational, it was brought up that, let me first say, the truck committee, I wanna thank everybody on it, they did an excellent job. But it was brought up that, they didn't think the truck committee did their due diligence. We did what the select board asked us to do. They asked us to look at trucks that were ready to go. A taxpayer brought one up, said that he could get one cheaper. So I looked into his trucks. And his truck did come in at $201,000. And the problem is, with his truck, is it's to be built. And the taxpayer compared it to our truck, saying it was $40,000 more. It's not. Our original truck price is $225,000 and $225,034 and change. The 246 is interest in the taxes that we paid on it over the 5 years. That's where you're getting the 246. But I looked at the truck that the taxpayer brought us.
You called Spencer and talked to him?
Yes, I did.
Because I just talked to him today and he said nobody's talked to him from Brownfield.
That's I have
Alright,
two different quotes for him.
alright, did you tell me from Brownfield?
Yes, I did.
Alright.
So I have two different quotes from him. The only problem with the truck, it's not apples to apples. It's apples to oranges. The truck that we're looking at has a heavier frame, heavier hoist, bigger engine and transmission. The truck that was quoted for 2,100 is a smaller engine, smaller transmission, smaller hoist, and the frame isn't as big. So I asked Spencer to give me a quote with a bigger engine, bigger hoist, and a bigger frame.
But they both carry the same weight. Both the weights were the same, the gross tonnage
No,
was the
actually,
same.
yours is more.
No, his is less. His is 60,000 pounds. The ones that we're looking at is gross weight from 75 to 80,000 pounds. It's a bigger truck. And we need the bigger truck. Because when we're hauling steel, we don't know how much the weight is gonna be in on it. And with the bigger winch, with the bigger truck, as they're lifting that thing up, say we're in the middle of a windstorm when they're trying to lift that, if we don't have the strength of the frame, we can twist the frame on the truck. So that's why it's not, so I asked him to quote out, and I got him here, I can have copies made. One with bigger horsepower, with the same winch, same frame, came in at $220,000. $220,808. Then I had him do with a bigger hoist, but he still only gave me a 60,000 pound frame. He wouldn't give me the bigger frame that I was asking for. But with the bigger hoist, the truck came in at $222,808. And our truck that we're looking at comes in at $225,000 with the bigger frame, bigger hoist, bigger engine. So I still can't get apples to apples, but I got close enough with the bigger hoist on it, in the bigger engine. Yes?
You can get a spec sheet on one of the trucks that are falling for us now from North County Incinerator or Echo Maine or whatever. What are they hauling with? Ask them for a spec sheet.
I can't contact, that would have to be the select board, I'm not allowed to contact Conway Incinerator.
I wish I'd known that, I was just up there today.
Just look at it.
Are they tries, or are they duals?
I don't know. I went up to, cause I had to get a dumpster, so.
Cliff, have you seen their trucks, are they tries or duals?
They have, all different sizes, they get triangles, they get duals, they get single axle.
Yeah, those guys, they can haul like 60 yard containers, they got big trucks. I don't know for our side, I don't know.
Okay. Like I said, I can't contact them, that would have to be the select board.
Well, that'd be a good question to ask because then we would know really, I mean, we don't know what size we need because we've never done this. So if we know what size they're using, that would help us know what size we actually do need. Maybe we can go with a smaller one.
We were going off the recommendations that the Public Works was asking us to look into. Because they were looking to make sure that it was enough truck to haul the weight of the steel and stuff. So that's what we went with. We went by what they requested.
If you go with lighter frames, hauling in the state of Maine, New Hampshire, in New England, if you go with a lighter frame, you get a lot of twisting, bouncing, cracking, lots. You're asking for trouble. If you get the bigger frame, the heavier truck, the bigger motor, you're not torquing the motor out more than you should be. It's just a better money deal for a bigger truck.
You twist your frame, you put a lot of extra stress on your kingpins on the front axles when you're pulling weight on a weaker frame, and you gotta shift and get going and pull out. You tweak that truck with two frames in there, which is what you're talking about. It's a frame inside of a frame. You stand on it and it stays straight. The power is on the ground and it's a good vehicle.
Yes, sir.
What are the other towns that are compared in size to Brownfield do? Are they?
They're all everybody from what I can find out, every town is looking into hauling their own trash because prices are getting high. Freiburg is going to it, looking into it, Tri-Town is looking into it.
No, Tri-Town's hauling their own.
Oh, Tri-Town is now hauling.
Baldwin, Cornish, I can't remember the towns that go there.
Okay.
They've been hauling this for a while.
Yeah.
So, the towns are looking, because they're trying to save money, trying to save as much money as possible. It was asked, yeah, go ahead.
At one of the other meetings there, Ricky, you had said like, you know, when the town has a contract, that can even be broken during the contract. How does that work? If you have a contract with somebody?
We have to do well, the contract, we would have to do a buyout, correct?
No, I mean like, when you said they were doing the contract, we had a contract with a company that they could go outside that contract or whatever, you know, not stick to it.
He's asking if they can come in and change the rate of what we're paying.
Oh, yes, that's, in any contract, in any trucking, they're gonna put a stipulation in that contract, if their fees get, the fees that they have to pay go up, they're pulling
You
it
didn't
from
say
us.
that, so I didn't, okay, so there's got a stipulation in the contract.
Oh, any contract.
Never mind.
You're the servicer of any contract, I don't care what it's for, read it. If their fees go up, so do yours. They're not going to absorb a loss. They're in it to make money.
I also was asked to check into where we could rent a truck, which I did. We can rent a truck, starting price for 4 weeks is $7,900 for the month. The longer you have it, the cheaper it goes down. But just if we needed to run it for temporarily, you're looking at $7,900.
Is there a mileage?
Say what?
Mileage on top of?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Nope, you can do what, it's $7,900, don't matter how much mileage. Yes.
Now with, if we're gonna buy the truck, we go forward with this, if we have a breakdown, we're gonna wanna be able to access that. Would it be in our benefit to get a contract with that company in advance and just be sending them an insurance?
No.
So when it happens, we can.
No, this company,
have a
all
truck.
you gotta do is call them, tell them you need what to do, you fill out the application and they bring you the truck. Doesn't matter if they're on call or not, this is what they do, they rent.
Big truck.
Yeah.
And they have these specialty trucks available at any given time?
Yes, they do.
That's good.
I just don't know that I would think putting anybody on the contract, I know that I'm cheaper if I'm under a plow contract than if you just call me and say, I need a plow. Just saying.
This is when I first rented one.
You know.
Chad,
You might want to look at it.
you had a hand up.
Right.
Yes.
Did you find out what the mileage was for the warranty?
The mileage
5 years or how many miles?
Yes, warranty on the frame is 1 year. Warranty on the transmission, 5 years. Warranty unlimited mileage on the motor is 2 years. Yes.
Is that an automatic transmission?
Yes.
It's an automatic.
Automatic, 12-speed automatic.
Can you repeat that one more time?
Which one?
1 year on frame, 5 years on transmission?
1 year on frame, 5 years on the transmission, 2 years unlimited mileage on the motor.
That's not bad.
Huh?
That's not bad on a big truck.
Right.
It's pretty good.
And in one of those meetings, you said that they're often 7 years. Is there a reason that it's not 7 years? Like what?
7 years for what?
In one of the informational meetings, you said that usually they're 7 years, but you thought that the warranty for us was 5 years.
It's,
What
commercial vehicles are different than regular cars, so I figured it would be like a regular car, but it's not. Each part of the truck has a certain warranty. You can buy an extended warranty, which I did ask them about, but it's a good amount of money more.
Like how much?
$10,000.
So, on the original truck, my opinion, as a tax rate, in my opinion, we're still better off if we can get it approved and get the truck and get it going. If we wait or have one built and we're still in up to March or April when we get a truck, any money that we could have saved now is gonna be out the window because we're still paying, we have to sign a contract with CIA or county incinerator Then if we get our truck and we decide to buy them out, then we gotta pay the extra money to get out underneath the contract. So any money we could have saved, I believe we're gonna lose. But that's my opinion. Yes?
What's the plan, until we hire an employee? We're gonna approve, if we approve both of them in November, it's gonna take a little bit to get an employee, so what's the plan between getting the truck and the employee?
From what I understand,
I'll answer that.
okay,
We have four employees currently that can drive that truck. All three public works people and the extra help, who's also a transfer station employee, which is Pat Lewis. They're all qualified and licensed to do that. So we have limited coverage right now. If it comes down to it and it gets really rough, I'm CDLA, Frank's CDLA, Ryan's CDLA. So we have a few people that we can try to take care of at the time.
But it only requires a CDLB, or
Correct.
does it a name?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have the capabilities. Yes.
In the hiring process, now, do you look for somebody that already has the CDL?
Yes, we do. Yes, just like we do with public works. Correct. Yeah, that's a prerequisite. Typically in licensing, I believe now they have to go to school in order to get that licensing. So it's not the
And it's not cheap.
Yeah, it's not the old school way where they could come and work for public works and drive the truck and log their hours, take their mandatory testing, and then go up to the Freiburg lot and do the test, the road test, and get licensed that way. Actually, the state of Maine requirement now is you have to go to a school, like NTI. I think there's a couple of them out there.
$10,000.
So, yeah, but yes, it is prerequisite to answer.
yeah, Tom.
Hey, Cliff. As far as maintenance goes on these trucks, how many trucks you got now? 3? 4. 3 in the state, 3 in the Volvo. Now those trucks, I know I've got cousins that have these trucks run construction for 40 years. If those trucks are maintained, they don't break down. If you know it's time to change the radiator, my cousin will change his before it ever starts to leak. He goes through that truck and he knows when it's time to change any piece of that truck. The truck's never been broke down. If you do proper maintenance on them, there really shouldn't be a lot of downtime.
We're pretty good at watching. We got one that's leaking now on the front cover. And we got the gaskets ordered, and it's just.
What's it take you to do it? Can you have it in a day?
Well,
2 days?
Depends on what we're working.
Yeah.
Buddy's pretty mechanically inclined on big trucks, and
But if you need it, you can get it done.
yes, we can get it done.
Yeah.
Buddy's a shit hot camp.
Yeah, he is.
That old boy knows what he's doing.
Buddy, he does. Probably
Is
Steve
he the
West.
only one? Do other people in the,
I help him a lot, and we got Rick.
Ricky helps,
you know,
right?
I mean, if it's
Only in dire circumstances.
Yeah, but that's another good point. If you hire someone, if maybe somebody,
That's your car.
some of your drivers are mechanical and work on the trucks, that's my point. If you hire someone, maybe you hire someone that doesn't just sit in the truck. Maybe it's someone who's how to work on it.
Buddy's
Okay.
damn good at what he does.
If you've got a driver that knows is mechanically inclined, he most likely will know that truck's breaking down before it breaks
Right,
down.
that's my point. Yeah, my cousin's that way. He listens to it, he knows it's time to check something.
Right.
Anything else? Yes, sorry.
Well, I think it's a good feeling to buy a new truck, because they're concerned about maintenance. You shouldn't have to maintain a new truck for quite a while, other than the oil change.
Right.
And these guys have a circle check in the morning, so they're gonna know what's going on.
Right.
So it's a good thing. It's nice to hear that we have guys in that department and you men that can fill in and sit in the seat. In case these guys are sick, somebody will sit in the seat and be able to do it.
Right.
So that's positive. That's good.
Good thing it's an automatic.
You backing out already?
No, sir, no, sir, not at all.
Good. Whatever, that's my favorite thing, sit on your bike and drive, Ricky.
Easy, pal.
We gotta make sure that if we do get the extra employee, that we need to put out there that we do have standard shift truck.
Right.
Because if he pulls in and just, you know, you do it with automatic license, you can't drive the standard.
None of us are gonna know how to drive it. Push a button. No, which button do you push? How do I? Thank you, Chad.
Yep.
Okay, moving on. Folks.
Sorry.
All right, we got 3 bids for what the vehicle that went up.
What's the bids for?
The, should be for the 05 Tahoe.
File on what?
The 2005 Tahoe, the chief's old vehicle.
Oh.
Unit 1, is that what it's called?
Not one. Not this white one, they can't have that one.
Flip it over, Frank.
Is that for the 96? Yeah. That's no board. Okay, we got 3 bids total, and we've got, one of them is null and void because it has been moved on. 2005, 1 bid for $50 on the 05, and 1 for $500.
Take the 50.
They don't have to argue about what you're gonna do with the money, right?
Yeah, it's
Do
gonna
you have those correct? Or did I year those?
No, 2005 Chevy Tahoe, former command vehicle, sold as is with 147,950 approximate mileage from the town of Brownfield Fire Department for a total of $500.
And that's the one that is not, or
So
is.
that says 2005.
Okay.
States 2005 on the bid.
I misyeared those. For the record.
So then that. Then
So
your
that
bid
number.
Your bid is for the 96.
Yes.
Okay, that was removed as of last week.
Right, and I understand that.
Okay, so, all right, folks, we're down to 1 bid for $50. I heard that.
I didn't bid $50 for the truck. Buddy said don't buy it.
So, I'll make a motion to accept the bid for $50.
So what was on this one?
It wasn't for, his intention wasn't for the 2005, it was for the 96.
Oh, okay.
So, no one did. So I make a motion to accept the $50 for the 2005 Chevy Tahoe.
Does it null and void the other one? Because I misyeared the other one?
Misyeared what?
I misyeared, there are 2 statements there, 2 bids, one on each, so I misyeared.
Last week, we removed the 96 from the bidding process.
Right.
So it is that is a null and void bid.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so I make a motion, $50. Second. You good with it? All in favor? $50. You know, man, sign the title over, make sure you collect it in cash.
Yeah.
Cash.
No checks. No checks.
No credit card.
Yeah.
Okay, that's done. Transfer station fees, I wanted to go over this. Right now, we are paying more to dispose of the tires than what we are charging. The regular car tires and light truck tires, smaller than 19.5 truck tires, which are 14 ply, for your 26,000 mile trucks, whatever. We're paying $5 a piece while charging the taxpayers $40. So we at least need to try to break even as much. What do y'all think?
They charge $5 because of the fire.
So currently the fee is $3, 19.5 and larger is 10, small farm tractor 35, large farm tractor 80, and loader tire 350. Can't remember getting any loader tire. You remember getting any loader tire? Oh yeah. Oh, did? I remember the bigger tractor tires, because somebody brought them down, they didn't pay for them, so I actually still ran for them. Yeah, I ran it to the crusher, so. Yes, sir.
Now, is that just for the tire or with tire and the rim? At one time, they weren't charging for that, were they?
I'm pretty sure that they were charging us for every one of them. Oh, yeah. Bob's changed, geez, it's been, I don't know, 3-4 months now. The company that comes up and does that picks up the tires, it's charged every one of them.
One time, I dropped some off and
Yeah, the rims.
I thought he told me that if they had the rim, there was no charge.
Yeah, oh yeah, I remember those days, that was cool. 'Cause I wouldn't, why use my tire machine if I could drop them for free?
So now it's $5 for.
We were charged $5 per week. So just the 3 to 5, or we want to go up all across the board? Cliff, have you gone over that?
What's that?
The fee schedule on the 19.5 and large tires, did they go up on that?
I believe they did on the, it was $5 for the, like you said, the car truck tire.
Yeah.
And then the larger tire, I believe is like $6.50.
So, what do you guys want to do?
That's the same as wrong, man. It's like you just gave that speech about, you know, what Conway can do with, this company.
Yeah. So $5, we'll break even on those. And the reason I would ask that is because
Bigger tires,
we're all, now, let me see, hold on. Well, we're appropriate. So the only one that we would change is the regular small tire. Okay. All right, I'll make that motion that we update this fee schedule for the transfer station to reflect that change. All in favor? Thank you. Patty, can you get that done and update the website? Okay. Correspondence folder. Okay.
Hey, Rick,
Yes.
if I want a tire at the dump, can I get one, or is that a no-no?
Oh, go get it.
Okay, well, I just want to make sure.
Go get it.
I want on record.
Go get it.
Okay.
Well, that's just the opposite of what we're doing. You're taking it away instead of.
Well, I just wanted to ask.
Well, yeah, say what's about, dude.
Well, I can get down and see you, I suppose.
Yeah, I got plenty of that. Okay, playground names selected by the elected officials. I read the list last week. Some of them were rather, yeah, they had some good ones, folks. Right now, Brownfield Family Park at 7, Kids Playland Adventure Park 2, Brownfield Adventure Park 2, Husky's Den 2, Brownfield Playtopia 2. So, what do you all think? Because the time is coming, where we need to have a sign.
We have a sign?
Yeah, stop.
Keep it short.
I know what you're doing.
You got permission, people?
Does the sign light up?
Oh, I read them. Oh, yeah, but you asked us to get pick 30. Yeah. I think we could. Well, I didn't hear either. Okay. So which one are you three?
4, 7, and 8.
Right here. Oh. Whoa. There you go. Save on me. Husky Den. I don't know. 4, so Husky Den. Kids that play. Hang on. So that makes it 3. And then, yep, kids that play. And old school playground. Can we spell it with a K? Yeah. I'm not bringing my phone again. Okay, so we have. I think it's appropriate, That wasn't it. Okay, so, I will make a motion with all of the submissions that were brought in from the taxpayers and compiling them and doing the vote. I will make the motion that the new playground sign will be Brownfield Family Park.
Is that going on the sign out there?
For the playground, yes.
Here's the sign.
Second.
What's more?
Yeah.
What's
All
new?
fair?
The size?
Perfect.
What's new?
Fix it, beat you, keep it out.
Okay. Fund Hill fees that you guys have a copy of. Our pay-in was what, 15?
Mm-hmm.
And that was for contingency, so the total out, Fund Hill project summary, 228,980.90. And that project is complete. So you have a discussion with Matt Streeter tomorrow.
Mhm.
All right, perfect. All right, so we may get that money back. Electronic sign fees, I believe this was asked for,
Joe asked for it.
oh, yeah. Well, I believe, yeah, Vinnie Lanvera had asked for it, so did you get him that information? Okay, he had asked for this sign and the
Yes.
all the total. Actually, if you could get his request to her, so she.
Yes.
So the outside sign, we had voted on it to be, what, 32,000, 32 and change?
Mm-hmm.
Joey?
32,000 and change.
Yeah. Total project cost was $29,704.79 as of today. So that can go there. All right, we have, let me see that. Oh, yeah, there's a copy you take. You have. You want a copy? We have a communication form, requesting the MSDS sheet for what the, Public Works Director, spoke about earlier, about what is being sprayed on the dirt roads for dust control. The MSDS sheet is available for anybody, so this is been upcoming events, Wednesday, 5:30, executive session with the select board to discuss a personnel matter pursuant to 1 MRS 4056A. Tomorrow night at 6:30 at the community center is the Friends of Rec meeting. Monday, this coming Monday, the clerk's office will be closed for staff training. Next Tuesday, there will be no scheduled selectmen's meeting.
What time is that Wednesday meeting?
Which one? The Friends of Rec meeting or the executive session?
Yeah, the executive.
The executive session is 5:30. Correct. Yes. Boy, you're getting a whole lot of date calls tonight, Frank. What's up, man?
Probably my mother.
Just a design.
You got anything? Stan, you got anything? Yes, ma'am.
I have a date for the Frost Mountain Sled Dog Race. It's February 14th and 15th.
Oh, nice.
Hopefully we have snow.
Wow. I don't wanna go that far.
I don't want to go, enough to do the race.
person, last chance.
Smiling.
Make a motion to adjourn. All in favor? Thank you, folks. Have a good evening.
Dude, what's happening, man?
You're welcome.
What's happening, brother?